So my name is Anne White, and I'm Head of International Trade at Thames Valley Chamber of Commerce. And I'm today webinar, Bridging Innovation XR in Japan and the United Kingdom, is part of the UK Chambers of Commerce Japan Osaka 2025 Expo programme of activities. The Thames Valley Chamber of Commerce is the national coordinating chamber of commerce for the expo activities in the UK, and we have a Japan specialism. I'm just going to tell you a bit of housekeeping for today. This session, as you can see, is being recorded. The recording will be made available to all delegates taking place at a day or so after the event. If you have any questions, please do put them into either the chat or the Q&A section on the Zoom, and we will endeavour to get through them. I thank you in advance for the advanced questions that we have. We have had many, and they're all very good, so we look forward to covering some of those later. But without further ado, I'm actually going to hand over to my colleague, our head of Japan desk, Masako.
Hi, so good morning, everyone. My name is Masako Eguchi-Bacon, the head of Japan desk at the Thames Valley Chamber of Commerce, and also good evening to you from the people logging in from Japan. Welcome to this exciting virtual webinar held in partnership with METI Kansai. METI is the Japanese government Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, and Kansai is the name of the region in Japan, which is the second largest economy in the country. Today, we are thrilled to connect the HR communities of Japan and the UK, fostering an international partnerships and driving innovation in the XR industry. XR is transforming the way we interact with the world. And this webinar is a unique opportunity to explore the latest advancements and discover new opportunities for collaboration and growth. We have an incredible lineup of speakers and sessions designed to provide valuable insights and facilitate meaningful connections. Firstly, we will hear about cutting-edge XR technology and marketing trends in both the Japanese and the UK markets. Then it is followed by the virtual business presentations from 4 XR companies from the Kansai region. They will present their innovative projects, seeking connections, potential partners, and collaborators. We are honored to have distinguished speakers with us today. From the UK government, Mr. Mark Lever, R&D and Investment Specialist, Creative Industries at the Department for Business and Trade. From the Japanese government, Ms. Mana Hisamoto, Officer, Service, Media and Content Industry Office, Industry Department, METI Kansai. Additionally, we will hear presentations from leading Japanese XR companies. They are Utsubo, Meidansha, Yuzuya, and Neuraport. The delegates will have the opportunity to have short one-to-one meetings with the 4 XR companies presenting today. Those who are already pre-booked a session will use the Zoom meeting link provided to them at their allocated time. If you have not yet booked the one-to-one meeting, it's not too late. Please just let us know using the chat function to request the meeting, and you will be sent a time and a link to join. So now our first speaker for today is Mark Lever, from the Department for Business and Trade of the UK government. So over to you, Mark.
Great, thank you, Masako. Yeah, hi, I'm Mark Lever. As Masako said, I work with the Department for Business and Trade, particularly looking at R&D, emerging technologies, and investment and inward investment into the UK. My job this morning is to give you a very quick overview of the position in the UK currently, and some trends and a couple of exemplars of companies that if you like, show the different segments of immersive. So let's just try and set some context. Immersive technologies is a very kind of fluid term, in fact, an increasingly fluid term. So finding hard stats that you can rely on is complicated, shall we say. But here's a nice snapshot from a business called Data City, who are a very kind of strong data analyst company, February 2025, so very current. So immersive in the UK, 2,000 plus companies, 30,000 plus employees, 4.4 billion turnover, and it's showing an average growth of about 12.5%. I think we're in a state of flux really in immersive. There's a moment of change coming. So some companies are growing much faster than that, some having to kind of pivot and change as business models change with the technologies. For those of you who aren't familiar, Innovate UK, the top right corner, 111 million pounds. Innovate UK is a funding body and a grant funding body run by UK Research and Innovation, which gives grants to allow people to kind of prototype and experiment with new technologies. And it's a theme I'm going to come back to because it's quite a large number. To the next slide, please, Anne. So if we look at UK immersive, like much of the creative industries in the UK. Oh, sorry, I should say one last thing. On the last slide, it says 4.4 billion pounds turnover for immersive. To put that in the context of the wider creative industries, wider creative industries is 125 billion pounds economy. Sorry, Anne, can we go back 2 slides? Thank you. So yes, 4 billion turnover, wider creative industries is 125 billion. So it's a small part of the creative industries, but what it does is it uses all of the skills of games, visual effects, TV, theatre, performance, live events increasingly. So it's small, but it leverages the power of the creative industries right across the UK. Thank you. Sorry, next slide. So yes, like much of creative industries in the UK, it's very London-centred. It's about 55% of employees in immersive are in London. But there are significant concentrations in cities around the UK, particularly Manchester, Bristol, Leeds, York, so Yorkshire area if you know your geography of the UK, Newcastle, particularly around kind of training and manufacturing and that kind of side of XR, and Dundee, particularly on the game side. Those of you who know Rockstar Games and GTA will understand why it's Dundee. Of the companies, about 40% of immersive companies in the UK have received some kind of R&D grant. And I think that's quite an important stat for those of you who are thinking of moving your business into the UK. There's been a very strong kind of lean in from government towards emerging technologies in the creative sector, and the creative sector will be part of the new UK industrial strategy. And this type of grant funding allows businesses to experiment, to prototype, to try out different products and services ahead of an emerging market. And it's one of the reasons why we've seen this consistent growth in the UK immersive market, because there is public support in order to experiment, and that helps move people and drive competitive advantage. I wanted to highlight one particular network. The Immersive Technology Network is the key XR and immersive industry network. I recommend if you're a newcomer, a new entrant to the country, or you're establishing your business here, that you join up to that network. It's a very good source of research, events, connectivity, and signposting. The other thing to really note about immersive in the UK is it's very, very international. There's a very, very strong export market. So we find a lot of international businesses land in London in particular, but then expand to other European markets from there or to the US. Before the call started, we were talking about the benefits of the UK time zone, in that my day starts in Japan currently and ends in America. But you're able to work both ways from a UK time zone. And that really helps when you're trying to expand a market out of here. Next slide, please. So I'll just keep talking. In terms of trends, this is Immersive Tech Network's view on trends really within immersive. The kind of largest segments of the industry are education and training and entertainment and media. I would suggest with entertainment and media, we still haven't seen a real kind of tipping point in terms of personal ownership of VR headsets. I'm sitting within a virtual production studio here, and yesterday I did a quick straw poll of the staff as to who had a VR headset, and it's still a very minute number of people have actually bought one. Quite a few have borrowed one. So entertainment and media are seeing much more within within museum spaces or within kind of educational spaces. The fastest growing segment for Immersive Tech UK is healthcare. I know one of our companies has a kind of healthcare adjacent product. So really using the benefits of immersion and of VR in particular to engage and to really kind of affect the audience in a very particular way, very beneficial effect within healthcare environments. The other trend that we're really seeing is a very emergent immersive experience sector. So I'm thinking about large-scale experiences where you may not necessarily be putting a headset on. So very, very kind of large-scale installations. I suppose a Japanese equivalent might be someone like TeamLab. I know one of our companies is putting a very large Hiroshige wave into Osaka Expo. So that kind of large LED installation. There is a trade body called Experience UK who are worth looking at. They come effectively from a theme park environment, but theme parks increasingly are digital environments and immersive environments. The important thing about that for the UK immersive sector is the experience economy, that wider visitor experience economy is a £134 billion economy. So it's a big opportunity. You can see why people are shifting. And I'm talking to lots of visual effects firms who are suddenly kind of moving and shifting towards an experience economy. I wanted to highlight another network called the Immersive Experience Network. They've done a really nice report looking at why audiences go to immersive experiences, what they're seeking to achieve while they're there, what they want to feel, and the barriers to it. I thought it was a very useful piece of research. Next slide, please. So I highlighted earlier that there is quite a lot of R&D support and innovation support within the UK coming from public sector. Just three things to highlight for you. One is a program called the Immersive Arts Network. It's about £6 million, so not massive, but it's going to fund an enormous amount of arts and cultural content in XR. They've just finished the first round of applications, and it's networked across the country. So they're looking both at seeding new arts and cultural content and creating a distribution network. So small grants, but an interesting intervention, trying to push forward immersive as an art form in particular. The CoStar program is not necessarily an immersive program, but it will be adjacent to it. It's going to look a lot at hybrid performance. It's going to look a lot at connected environments, virtual production, and kind of immersive environments and immersive experience. It's working with people like Royal Shakespeare Company who've been testing this type of technology. That's a £76 million program, which will be based at Pinewood, which is obviously within the Thames Valley. And then lastly, Innovate UK. I mentioned the number or the amount of money that people had received in terms of R&D grants. Innovate UK have rolling grants, again, to support prototyping with new products and services. So as an international business, once you land in the UK, these types of R&D programs become available to you. So worth knowing. Next slide, please. So I've just been asked to highlight 2 or 3 case studies of UK businesses who are exemplars of this type of space. First one is Anagram. Anagram came from an arts and culture background, but are now working very much in that crossover between immersive and mental health. This is a project called Impulse. Their previous project was called Goliath. Impulse looks at ADHD, and they have recently won the Immersive Award at Venice Biennale. These projects are both narrated by Tilda Swinton. So they're very, they're high-end, very effective, very high-profile and award-winning pieces of work coming from a kind of arts VR background and then kind of pivoting towards mental health and using the affordances of VR to enable people to imagine themselves into these environments and these conditions. So Anagram definitely one to watch. Next slide, please. A company called One Up Studios used to be called Arcade, but if you try and Google Arcade, that's kind of complicated. And they work in the type of immersive experience that you will see in a museum or in a gallery, often where you're being handed an iPad or there's an AR interface which is within an exhibit. Strong focus on educational content and very much that kind of leaning towards use by children to engage them within museum, gallery, virtual environments. So a good exemplar of an area of immersive that has really taken some traction. Alternet, we talked about experience economy and large-scale immersive experiences that don't necessarily need you to be within a headset environment, or they have an AR piece of content attached to it. Alternet's a very large space with some very large LED screens in the center of London. Other things that are very similar to Alternate, you'll be aware of things like COSM, the spheres. Lightroom is projection rather than LED. ABBA Voyage, obviously everybody's very much aware of, again, projection rather than interactive. But this type of space is definitely the kind of growth area for immersive in the UK. That's the strongest trend. And last slide, please. And last case study is Condense. Condense are a volumetric capture company. They have a rig which captures live music performances. Because the rig's fairly small, they tend to be rappers or singers. They've just received investment from the BBC, amongst others. They've got about $5 million investment from US VCs, and they're working with Radio 1 to create music performances in the metaverse. I think this is a kind of interesting exemplar of a coming wave of that ability to capture performance and distribute it into different digital environments. I think we're going to see a lot more of that as whatever you decide to call the metaverse, whether you call it spatial computing or metaverse or virtual worlds or world building or games engines, this type of capture of live performance and distribution we'll see more of, and Condense are a good exemplar of a company like that. That's me done. Hopefully that's just set a context of what immersive, the scale of immersive in the UK and the types of trends that we're seeing and some of the opportunities that you might have as a company landing in the UK. Thank you. I'm not sure who's coming next, so if anybody's got any questions, I can fill the space.
Thank you, Mark. I do not know if Anne can come back in. So shall we try to move on to Ms. Hisamoto's, Mana Hisamoto from METI Kansai. Mana さん、シェアで始めていただいてもよろしいですか？
はい、承知しました。Good morning, everyone. I'm Mana Hisamoto from the Service, Media, and Content Industries Office of METI Kansai. In my department, we are promoting the utilization of XR. I will talk about trends in XR and examples of solutions to social issues in Japan. First, I'd like to explain the current state of XR in Japan. The domestic metaverse market size is estimated to be 186.3 billion yen in fiscal year 2023 and is expected to grow to 275 billion yen in fiscal year 2024. It is predicted to reach 1.87 trillion yen in fiscal year 2028. Next, I will talk about national trends. Research groups and survey projects related to the metaverse and Web3 are currently active under the relevant ministries, including METI, the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications, and the Digital Agency.
マナさん、sorry to interrupt すいません。ちょっと、画面を切り替えていただいた方がいいかもしれないです。一番最初の画面だけ映っているので。Sorry, I'm just asking how to just switch the screen.
こちらでいかがですか？
ですね、まだ、表紙のところが見えている状態なんですけれども。
ちょっともしかしたら資料が重くて、進んでないかもしれなくてですね。
そうですか。
はい。
ちょっと
PC の方で映していただけますか？すいません。
ちょっと少しお待ちくださいね。And are you there? Would you be able to show the METI's presentation from your end?
Yes, that's no problem.
Yeah, thank you. 少しお待ちください。Please wait a moment. Thank you. Manaさん、何ページ目がよろしいですか
？3ページ目からで。
and next page, please. Thank you. これでよろしいですか？
その次でお願いします。
Another one. Next one, please. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is perfect. Thank you. お願いします。
Sorry. There is a growing movement towards regional revitalization using virtual spaces and the creation of new businesses utilizing XR. XR is being used as a problem-solving tool in various fields, including traditional industries, support for school absenteeism, employment training, and healthcare. Next page, please. Next page, please. Next slide, please.
The technology friends are not with me today.
Yeah, we can see now.
江口さん、次のスライド。すいません、ありがとうございます。I'd like to introduce 3 examples of solutions to social issues using XR in the Kansai region. The first example is from the Sabae Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Fukui Prefecture. They operate a platform called Virtual Mall J, which connects manufacturing regions with the world. By using this platform, you can experience real manufacturing sites without having to be on-site, and you can also purchase products. Additionally, it provides a new shopping experience by introducing digital experiences such as facial recognition, virtual factory tours, cross-border e-commerce, and authenticity verification at each stage of the purchasing process before, during, and after the purchase. The organization is also utilizing the virtual mall for reconstruction support following the Noto Peninsula earthquake that occurred in January 2024. Next slide, please. Next, I'd like to introduce a case of an avatar work service where workers act as avatars to provide services such as reception and interpretation. This service is being jointly developed by Persona Group, a human resources service provider, and Avita Incorporated, an XR company. This service enables a new way of working that is not constrained by age, location, or disabilities. Avatars were also utilized as interpreters during the G7 Hiroshima summit. Next slide, please. In which children who are unable to attend school due to illness or disabilities can participate in school life using avatar robots. iPresence Company Limited, which provides this telepresence avatar robot, is participating in a consortium that is planning an event to be called the Anywhere Expo, allowing remote experiences of Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan. They plan to enable children who cannot attend the Expo due to illness to experience the venue in real time through remote technology. Next slide, please. We held a conference and exhibition in January of this year focused on solving social issues related to regional revitalization, support for people with disabilities, and education using XR in participation of the Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan. Attendees experienced how XR technology will be utilized in society moving forward, particularly in relation to well-being. Next slide, please. Finally, starting in April, the Expo 2025 Osaka, Kansai, Japan will feature the first ever virtual Expo. Visitors can enter the world of the Expo as avatars and enjoy pavilions and events that feature actual buildings recreated in the virtual space. We warmly invite participants from the UK to join us. Next slide, please. For your reference, we have listed 28 content production companies with XR technology in Kansai. An English version is also available, so please feel free to utilize it for your XR content production. The current situation regarding XR in the Kansai region and the initiatives of various companies are as described. The Kansai companies participating today are eager to collaborate with UK partners to jointly explore the UK market. We hope that the participating UK companies will see this as an opportunity to enter the Japanese market. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. There's obviously a lot going on in Japan with XR. I'm learning more and more. I know not too much about the topic, but I certainly know about those immersive technology that Mark was talking about, because you know those virtual reality worlds that people just step into now, which is great. So thank you very much, Manav, for that. So our next presentation is from our first company today, and that's Yusubu Company Limited. So over to Jocelyn. I think you're going to share your screen.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yes.
Thank you. So hi everyone, I'm Jos. I'm French, as you might have noticed from accent. So Utsubo is a creative studio based in Osaka, and we are specialized in 3D real-time experience. Like the main focus when we started the company with my co-founder, so we are both like engineer, it was to create like very impactful 3D experience on the web, like pushing the limit of the technology on the web. So we started by doing a lot of like client project. We made some racing game for BMW on the web browser. We made some AR experience for Louis Vuitton, also like using your web browser, or other like promotional websites for League of Legends, for example. And we got some awards. One of the good point of web browser is really the ease of access. You just like one click and you are instantly inside of the experience, so it's very, very seamless for the user. And as I say, like the main focus of the company is to push the limit of the technology. So our company is like one of the main contributor of the new web GPU engine of 3GS. So 3GS is like the most used 3D engine on the web. It's like Unity or Unreal, but for the web, it's used by companies like NASA, Google, Disney. And web GPU is really the latest technology on the web. Like you can do very beautiful graphic, but also you can use it for AI computing. And thanks to that, since last year, we are like providing like technical consulting service. So we are helping like startup and companies to create products or create the service, or like to port the application to web GPU. So for example, we helped Segment AI, which is a company that's using a lot of like LiDAR data, a lot of like points, 3D points data. It's very, very heavy. And we have been able to, by porting the application to web GPU, to improve the performance by almost 300. And also it helps them like to get new clients. So it was a very, very cool project to do. So again, I can talk about it more in details later. We also made our own like web metaverse engine. We have been able to display 2,000 users at the same time. So it's called Sogen. It's our own like original IP, and we and we create different games that are playing in the web browser. And finally, like we are doing interactive installation also like since last year. And for the Expo 2025, we will recreate the Great Wave, the heart of Okusai, in real time. So we made a 3D simulation. So you can just play with the wave, and the goal is to achieve like the same quality as the painting, but like moving and coming to life. So it's one of the main goals of the company for this year. So in terms of like people we are looking for, of course, we are looking for clients or developer that like in the field of technology, advertising, education, entertainment, sorry. And especially if you are looking for like a WebGL, WebGPU, or like a design, creating like a cool website, please contact us, or also interactive experience. And we are looking for like if you are a strong design company, it would be great to collaborate together. And if you are like doing interactive installation equipment, we are really looking for like an innovative display screen that we can use during the Expo 2025. So because we believe like it will be a very, very cool event. So please feel free to check our website, utsubo.com. Like we put the latest technology inside it. And of course, like if you want to discuss more about on one-on-one, I think you can use the link that are somewhere. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Josh. That's very informative. And yes, as Josh said, if anyone would still like to have a one-to-one, then please just pop your request in the chat box or to me directly, Anne White, or the webinar. We will basically then arrange that. It may be, may not be today, but it may be another time. That's if possible. So thank you. So now over to our second company. It's Daniel Brown, and forgive me, Daniel, if I don't pronounce this wrong. Vedansha.
Hi, thank you. So I will use my screen to share without opening a new link. So good morning. Thank you for taking the time to hear our pitch. Let me introduce Vedansha. Our concept is to enrich people's lives through next generation visuals. We offer 3 services: virtual tour production, digital twin creation, and product promotion AR. Virtual tour production. Our virtual tours are made from 360-degree panoramic photos combined with 3D visuals made by...
Sorry, Daniel, can I just say it splits the image on the screen that I'm on, and so...
Oh dear.
It's flipped.
Just one moment.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Fantastic. Thank you.
Sorry about that. My display had the other way around. Okay. So virtual tour production. So our virtual tours are made from 360-degree panoramic photos combined with 3D visuals made by photogrammetry or laser scanning. Also, we are experimenting with 3D Gaussian splatting, or 3D GS as it has become known. To this, we add videos and other content to create informative online experiences. So we have produced 350 virtual tours nationwide to give some use cases, to showcase amenities and room details in hotels, virtual case study homes that have had 882,000 visits since 2019, facility maps accessible by visitors' smartphones in large leisure facilities such as pools, etc., where phones are actually allowed to be taken, and in MICE facilities where they assist in scouting locations for event planners, and are also used by venue staff when planning layouts and improving on an off-site communication. To detail digital twin creation, the digital twins we make allow us to display real-world buildings within a computer. This opens up possibilities including 3D model creation, or BIM, for existing buildings, disaster prevention simulation that helps identify bottlenecks during an actual evacuation, and AR displays that allow us to embed content in digital twin spaces and display the same content in AR in real space. So people would see that through their smartphone or some kind of goggle or something. Now, to explain the last topic, product promotion and AR, we create photorealistic 3D models, and we use these to help online shoppers make more informed decisions. We have also assisted product prototype designers to make realistic molds of objects, and they use this, we do that with our capture technology. So we hope to meet partners who will help us expand awareness of the benefits of 3D spatial imaging in Japan. We are particularly interested in collaborating with e-commerce site developers, system integrators, construction project stakeholders, public facility management organizations, and finally, architectural firms. I would like to note on that last point that we made a 3D capture of the British ambassador's residence in Tokyo for just that purpose. By partnering with Vedansha, you get access to our extensive experience in 3D spatial imaging of buildings on a scale of 28,000 square meters or more, our cutting-edge technology and expertise in creating virtual tours and digital twins using multiple tools, and our collaborative approach to developing customized solutions. So we invite you to join us in shaping the future of 3D spatial imaging. If you're interested in exploring a partnership, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Daniel. I'm conscious of time, so we're going to move on straight away to our next company, user, and over to you, Liam.
Yeah, sorry, let me share my screen.
Thank you.
So can you see it right now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So hello everyone, my name is Liam Rue, and I'm currently working for a UCI company which is located in Japan. So for our main business overview, we are a company that's mainly developing XR systems and XR software related. So basically applications for XR glasses and different wearable devices. When it comes to our business, technology, and content, for example, in March 2024, we have established the Digital Share Workshop, which is the UAI, called UAI. It's basically a new manufacturing space where it is possible to achieve true DX manufacturing and expand like manufacturing opportunities for people who don't usually have this possibility in everyday life. Then overall, we have like 10 years of experience in developing XR-related application on smart glasses and over 50 cumulative projects, both domestically and internationally. We also own over 30 models of smart glasses and which are compatible with AR and XR and have developed application that operates on each one of them. We also have a different project, which is VR Interactive View, which allows users to basically easily upload 360 degrees photos through a web-managed interface. And so users can create photorealistic VR spaces where they can move through the virtual reality space and do activities like shopping through products and car purchase. So that's about it for this. When it comes to our curriculum and awards, in 2024, we have been finalists for the XR Awards in the Netherlands. We have also won the DFA Design in Asia Awards Merits Award in Hong Kong. And also are the winner of the Chief Judge Award at the Japan Metaverse Awards. And we came first place in the industrial category at the Japan DX Player Award. We have also, our CEO has also been mentioned in different publications, in CEO Monthly and in Move Press, volume 39 and 40. So when it comes to our collaborative needs, our objective, since we're located in Japan, is to basically expand the XR market when it comes to smart glasses and XR technologies in order to address challenges when it comes to skill transfer and vocational education. As a result of expanding this market, we hope to increase the number of people with these skills, which contribute to which are contributing to the sustainability of industries and trades when it comes to this business. And overall, we also aim to expand this solution to education and skill transfer, which is a very important goal on the global scale. When it comes to requests, we seek partners who can, well, as mentioned before, help us expand this expertise by combining smart glasses, technologies, and manufacturing equipment. So this solution has to be adaptable in a wide array of fields, including manufacturism, tourism, welfare. So we're looking for contributors who can support the dissemination of vocational education, skill transfer, and industry sustainability. Finally, when it comes to benefits, we believe that this system and service, which combines smart glasses and XR technologies, can, well, be very important to enhance the sustainability of industries and businesses, which are sometimes facing difficult challenges when it comes to technical skills, labor, and vocational education, which is also the case in the UK. Thank you for your time and listening to me.
Thank you very much, Lim. And last but not least, our final company today, Neural Port Inc. And over to you, David.
Yes, can you see and hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Amazing. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Davide from the Business Development Department at Neuroport. And as you can see, I'm not Japanese nor the founder of the company. However, I'm here on behalf of Anna Shimafuji, the CEO and founder, as unfortunately could not be here with us. She's currently in the US raising funds. So what we offer as our core tech is the ability to visualize the brain's fatigue using eye tracking and virtual reality. Our first product is ZenEye Pro, which is like a software solution that you can use with virtual reality that permits to have this high precision stress and fatigue assessment. And this is done in just 3 minutes, which is quite convenient for the customer, as this is a fast and non-invasive way to measure the mental well-being. Then on the other side, we have Zone Z, that is our neuro switching system that helps individuals enter their ideal zone state. This is a mental state that lies between the focus and the relaxation. So what we plan to use this Zone Z is to actively guide athletes into their optimal mental state, where they can perform the best. And Zone Z can do this by using its multisensory simulation. So this means visual, sound, scent, and light-based feedback inputs. So while Zone Z is still a work in process, we have one prototype. Our main product, ZenEye Pro, has already been validated in the market in quite some areas. For example, in the sports, we've collaborated with MVP, the J1 and J2 football teams, and even Miss Universe Japan. Then in medical applications, we collaborated with a children's hospital to help develop us a fit there. And then also we have in the industry sector where our VR based tool is used to monitor like mental resilience in these high intensity environments. So also like our credibility is backed by partners like major players Sony, Canon, Panasonic, Roto, and Tanita. And we've also had quite of recognition globally. For example, our founder got the Tech Top 30 Forbes Japan's Woman Award. Then we got in the top 3 place in the Real Madrid's Next Accelerator, got the Japan's Excellence Award, the Innovative Global Startup Bootcamp, and also we got selected for CES 2024, the Japanese pavilion. Then to conclude quickly, we're always looking forward to connect with anyone, like especially XR technology developers, medical institutions, and sports organization. And yeah, we're looking to develop more proof of concept projects and to conduct more research to improve athletes' performance and advance in these medical applications. So thank you so much, and I hope to connect with all of you.
Thank you, David. That's wonderful. A little bit of time before for some questions. So we did get some questions in advance, which we'll just run through a few of them. So if we can keep it quite succinct, because we need to then move on to the one-to-one sessions. So first of all, Mark, over to you. What are the latest trends and innovations in XR technology that you find exciting?
So the things that I'm finding most exciting, I suppose, are the things that are over the near horizon. So I've mentioned condensed, this idea of scanning and live broadcast of immersive performances or hybrid performances over distance, I find interesting. The idea of spatial computing, where we're within connected universes which are persistent and are all around us, I think is also super interesting. As we see these new forms of hardware emerge over the next coming years, Apple Vision Pro is bound to get cheaper and get lighter. There's a Google headset coming not long. We'll begin to see this idea of ubiquitous use of XR technologies in public space. And I think for me, that's the most exciting change about to come.
Thank you. Josh, I know what could just come over to you. What about yourself for the same question?
I would say web GPU. So this is the latest like technology for the web. So until now, the websites were very if you wanted to make some like game inside of the website, it was very simple design. And now we just are able to create like more interesting type of experience. And of course, I would say AI, because it's also linked to LGPU, but AI is going to allow us to create like very, very new type of interactive installation, new type of website, new type of experience overall. So I'm like very excited about this one.
Fantastic. David, what advice would you give a companies considering investing in XR technology?
Yeah, I think it's all about market potential and scalability, as XR is not just about technology development, it's how you utilize this technology. So I think companies that want to invest here, they have to access the scalability of XR beyond their initial use cases. And just like AI, like success comes from like real world adaptation and integration and not just mere innovation. And then another thing is also like to look beyond entertainment, as we know right now that gaming is dominating the public perception of XR. So I think also like a lot of opportunity lies in the B2B applications, like in our case, sports performance, healthcare, but also a lot of opportunities in training and education.
Thank you. So obviously, how this is one for Daniel. How do you see XR transforming the future of work and remote collaboration?
Okay, so my company particularly deals in photoreal recreations of real spaces, as opposed to a lot of the other examples have been given. I can talk within the realm of that, particularly in construction industries and so on, where multiple subcontractors and stakeholders will share the same image or the same workplace, and they can be across borders or overseas, etc., and take note of just what kind of progress is being made on a site in a particular location. It can be used also as a record to keep track of what the building was like at a certain period in time. So for instance, something that's unpleasant to say, but whose fault was it for breaking a hole in the wall, for instance? We can see when a subcontractor entered and when they left. So that sort of thing is sort of a use for XR and this sort of photoreal element of XR, I think.
Fantastic. This is one for Liam. What role do you think XR will play in? What is the main barriers to consumer adoption of XR technology at present, do you feel?
Well, since we're mainly focused on head-mounted displays and smart glasses, I can touch quickly on that. Currently, I believe that the main barriers when it comes to consumer adoption are like the wearability, battery life, as well as the weight of the device overall, which can make it less user-friendly or less usable in everyday life and reduce like how it can be adapted in different industries and environments. So when it comes to that, that's the main problem, I believe, and it's the main thing that should be fixed in order to allow more customers to adopt this product.
Thank you. Mark, another one for you. How important are partnerships and collaborations in the XR industry, and what qualities do organizations look for potential partners and collaboration?
It strikes me that collaboration is vital in an XR environment because you're bringing together so many different types of disciplines, and that might be thinking about user experience, it might be thinking about design, it's thinking about visuals, it's thinking about CGI, it's thinking about how you direct someone and how you make them, how you not necessarily compel them to do what you want to do, but how you create an environment where you give them agency, and that involves a lot of very different skills. So it feels to me that it's one of those environments where collaboration is very important because of the range of different skills and technologies it requires.
And obviously we've seen for the companies here today that they collaborate a lot, so that would make perfect sense. And just one more question before we have to move on to the one-to-one sessions and end this webinar. Another one for you, Mark. At what level are UK and Japan currently collaborating on driving XR innovation? Do there need to be more collaboration? Or probably yes, but
Probably yes. And hopefully I will see people in Osaka in October, because I think actually it's a really kind of interesting, it's one of those environments where you need to get people together to talk to each other and to discuss. And I think that using Expo as a way to connect the XR communities in UK and Japan will allow for that kind of innovation and collaboration.
fantastic, fantastic. So I would like to thank all of the speakers today. It's been interesting. What we, as we said, there's still opportunities to meet with the companies that we have here, whether it be today or whether it be another day. We can make some collaborative contacts. One thing I'm actually going to say, which carries on from Mark's final comment about getting and seeing the technology and seeing how it can work. Hot off the press, we will be taking a mission over to delegation over to Osaka and to the Expo at the beginning of September, and that is a technology and sustainability sector mission. Work first week in September. So obviously, if any of the companies have any interest in that, please do contact myself. The details will be on the end of the presentation that you will receive. And we look forward to continuing with collaborating with our colleagues in Japan on XR and a lot of other things over the next however many years. We've already been collaborating for 10 years and we continue to do that. So I'd like to personally thank all the speakers for today and all the delegates for attending, and we look forward to seeing you on another Chamber of Commerce webinar. And can I please ask the 4 companies to make their way to the relevant rooms? Masako, did you have anything to add?
No, nothing to add. As Anne said, we are very excited to connect further with Japan and create business opportunities. So looking forward to working with you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Have a good day, evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.